In this episode of Hobby Quick Tips, we're going to be talking about two things really real quick. The first one is masking tape and brush painting. The second one is using that for hazard stripes. So you can see here, I just started with a piece of masking tape. Don't be afraid to use masking tape when you're using a brush. I know masking tape is usually used for airbrushing and spray cans, but it works perfectly well if you're just doing normal brush paint. And don't be afraid of it to protect areas you've already done. It does double importantly when you're doing dry brushing, which we'll talk about in a future video. So the main two types of masking tape you should probably be using is a really good painter's masking tape. This is 3M blue. This is a really nice painter's masking tape. They call it a painter's masking tape because it doesn't stick and usually it doesn't pull up the paint. It still can, but it's generally better. And if you're worried about the paint pulling up, you can also kill some of the adhesive with just your skin oil. Rub your skin, fingers, or whatever on the tape before you put it on, and that will help reduce the stickiness. The other type of tape you might want to consider getting, depending on your needs, is Tamiya tape. Tamiya masking tape is an absolute outstanding product. It comes in various widths. It is kind of on the spendy side, but is an excellent product. Okay. So let's talk about hazard stripes. The basics of doing hazard stripes is pretty simple. But there's a couple of things we're going to add in here when doing the brush painting part of it. So I'm just going to take a few pieces of masking tape here, set them off to the side and get them ready. So I've got the first piece here at the angle I want. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take another piece of tape, put it right next to it. Yeah, I'm going to take another piece of tape, put it next to that. And this way we get a nice, easy, consistent thickness and spacing because we're using the tape itself. And then what we do is just simply take the middle piece, there we go, and we can just keep doing that all the way down the line. And you can do this, of course, with any thickness of tape that you want. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make sure we've got a good seal here against this top edge. So you really want to rub it down and conform it to the edges. So what we're going to do, first of all, is seal the edges. So what we're going to do is take some of the base color, which in this case is just Model Air Black, and we're going to stop dropping our brush and just take the paint, and since this is the color underneath the paint, we're going to go here and just right along the edges of the tape paint base color. You can even do it all the way if you want to, right along the edge here. And what we'll do is that will actually seal the edges very nicely when doing the stripes. So you don't have to worry about leakage. So we're going to let this dry completely before we go into the next step, which is putting color in here. That'll take a little bit, but again, it has to dry completely. Okay, so now that we have the base color completely dry, we're going to go ahead and paint in our hazard stripe, and you don't have to be neat about it. That's the best part about this. And we just sit here, get these painted in, nice and fast. So no need to worry about paint bleed over anything. Just like that. So I might do a second coat, but again, I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll peel off the masking tape and see what we got. Okay, and here we go. Last step, the red is dry. So we just take and peel the paint, and we've got absolutely beautifully perfect spaced and crisp hazard stripes with no flaws. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, there's one flaw there. But how sharp those lines are, evenly spaced. That's because I didn't get it tamped down very well here, right in the corner is where that flaw comes from. But if you're just doing a flat surface, you won't have that problem. But yeah, so those are the hazard stripes with brush paints and masking tape. And you expect to see this piece in the future as we use it for weathering and other techniques. So that's it for this episode of Hobby Quick Tips. Thanks for watching.